Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo 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 Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Kinam Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Aurarya Madhurya Gunai Chayuktam Varam Varenyam Shamantam Narayanam Samsidatam Namami Sridhandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Sri Krishna Padam Yudai Kavani Chaitanya Lila Amrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tam Satatam Prapati Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmalam Marami Narayana Tattvam Avyayam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of obeisances and lotus because in the Gurudev, Upanaga Guru Varga Nama Nishta Santa Padana Prabhupada Dandavat. All present past future Vaishnavas, Dandavat Pranam. Vancha Kalpataru Vyasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo. Today is uh, December. So, Saptami, Thursday, 11. Then 8 December, 8th was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance. 13th is disappearance day of our Gurudev Bhakti Vedanta Narayan, appearance day of our mother. Then 15th, 16th Ekadasi. If the on 20th December, the sunrise going to happen 6:45 afterwards. You check, sunrise. We can get it sunrise on up, they will predetermine pretty much. 20th December, if it is 6:45 before, no, 6:45 after, then 15th. If it is before 16th, March, Jai Jai Sita Gaure Nelu Pada Padma Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Aarti Ki Jai Gaur Aarti Ki Jai. Ah, December 20th is New Moon Day. Is New Moon Day. 19th, 20th. No, 20th is the 20th. That New Moon Day, the day, sunrise, on 20th. Like 19th, 19th is actually a New Moon Day. After that, the sunrise. The sunrise is 6:45 after. Then the Ekadasi will be on 15th. If it is sunrise on 20th morning, it is before 6:45, then Ekadasi will be on 16th. That will be Pakshavardhini Mahadvaras. So you give up fasting on Ekadasi, do it on a Dwadasi. So that's why it's called Mahadvarasi. This is coming from the Tithi, four Mahat Tithi and more Nakshatra. Because the Paksha, 15 day extended into next day, next Paksha. So that time, one day, the Ekasi, they will, instead of doing fasting and Ekasi, do it the next day. That is what Mahadvarasi. So that's all it is. And in case if you get confused, simple solution is do on both days. If you are pretty sure this is on 19th rather than 15th rather than 16th, then you do, if you are doing Nirjal, do it on 15th, then fruits on 16th, or both days fruits. No problem. Don't worry about foreign and all that. In such cases, Krishna and Ekasi Devi, they understand. They don't bother. They will appreciate because it was seriousness, commitment. So Ekadasi, you can be on fruits like non-grain stuff, like that. On both days, no problem. Earlier, our acharyas used to do like that. Dashami, non-Ekadasi. Ekadasi, Nirjal. Dwadasi, non-Ekadasi. So in that case, 3 day, no problem. You will not, even if one day is missing, you are protected because you are not taking non-grain both days, both Dasimi and Dwadasi, which is okay, no problem. It doesn't mean that for foreign you have to take grain, no such rules. If you are doing on water, even if you take a fruit, or even if you take water, then it is like foreign. Huh? So, but the main thing is following very strictly. Then accordingly, we can progress in bhakti, bhakti jana. Then um, Vasanta Panchami is on 23rd January. Then 14th, yeah, 14th January. Oh, amazing. This time is Ekadasi and also is Makara Sankranti. Hmm. Then Surya Dakshinayan Sama. Going on southern, he starts going towards northern side from 14th January. Then 16th February is Shivaratri. Then 26th February, Navdeep Dham Parikrama begins. 3rd March is Gaur Purnima. Jai Gaur Purnima. So 15 Monday. So we'll meet on Saturday so we can talk about that. Now, something about the bhakti. Um, bhakti is incomparable. You know, There is no, there is nothing greater than bhakti. You know, bhakti to the Supreme Lord, right? Pure bhakti related to our soul, you know, natural to our soul. This is prema, mana, pranaya, raga, anuraga, mahabhav. All these things refers to the modana, madan. All those refers to the not in this world, in this spiritual world. This body cannot do all those things. At the most, this uh, although Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivrutti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Bhava. Not even Prema. You know, Bhava. So that's all it can. Even that is very difficult. Like sometimes our Mahabharata or Guru Varga, when they are doing pastime of leaving this world, and you can see, uh, like Swami Maharaj, sometimes his body like this. Our Gurudev is no, he's actually dancing in front of Krishna. That's why. And and also they feel the joint pain and all. What it is they're trying, they are doing their service there, and also here, back and forth. So that is difficult on his body. That's why that when they do that's it, that's time. So of course their body is not physical. Ah, you know. But to teach us, see, we are we are of this world. So for us to teach, they do this lila going through. So basically to teach us. From their lila of Astavasta, they are teaching us so much. They are also giving us so much mercy. You know. They don't need any service from any one of us. But they give an opportunity, to unbounded, unbountiful mercy. You know. Do a little bit of favor to them. So, so bhakti is now in that bhakti, uh, Shuddha Bhakti manifests along with six symptoms. Six symptoms. Shuddha Bhakti. Kleshagni. It brings immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. This is uh, Kleshagni. Klesha. Agni. Kleshagni. Immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. Material world meaning distress. Tension for everybody, whether president or anything, any living entity, anything, so much distress. Distrust also. You don't trust anybody because you don't trust yourself. Why you don't trust yourself? Why we do not trust ourselves? You know why? Because this body is not ours. It's temporary. We are imprisoned in this body. So in a prison, right? In a prison, do you trust anybody? you know, all in prison, you don't trust him because it is not natural to you. Your home is natural. Prison is not natural. So you mistrust anybody, everybody. So in this body, we are in prison. Understand? We are not free. In this body, we are in prison because this is not our natural condition, not a home. This body is not home. Okay. So we should not try to make this as a home. This body, extensions of this body, you know, stay, country, whatever, occupation, all these are all upadhi designations, temporary designation to this body. Designation to the heart, the soul is permanent, it is Krishna Bhakta, we are eternal servant of Krishna. So, in different capacity. So, this material body, this klesha, distress is there, distrust is there. No, distrust, nobody does. And so much, basically it's a suffering. So, but only thing that brings us out of this suffering is Shuddha Bhakti. It brings immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. Then what happens? It brings all auspiciousness, Subhada. It brings all auspicious. In one hand, takes away all distress. Then no distress, but then what? We have zero. Okay, understand? So it brings you all auspiciousness on. Shubhada. Klesha Agni Shubhada. This is in this stage of what? Sadhana Bhakti. We are really doing a sadhana bhakti. This is the symptom. We are free from all material distress and all auspiciousness. Just sadhana bhakti. And then in Bhava Bhakti, two more things. Moksha Laguta Kruta. Liberation becomes insignificant before it. Liberation becomes insignificant before it. Moksha Laguta. Moksha becomes light, no comparison. And Sudurlava is rarely achieved. Don't think bhakti is just like that. It is very rarely achieved. That is on the stage of bhava bhakti, this material world. Then once you pass on, you give up this body, enter our spiritual world, spiritual capacity. Then it's prema bhakti. Then it Sandrananda Visheshatma. Sandrananda Visheshatma. Meaning it grants transcendental pleasure. Intense. It grants intense transcendental pleasure. Intense transcendental. That cannot be handled by this mundane body. This body. And Krishna Karshan. It attracts Krishna. It is only means to attract Sri Krishna. In the stage of sadhana bhakti, only first two symptoms appear. In the stage of bhava, the first four symptoms, and in the stage of prema, all six symptoms appear. So, that's why the one and only thing, if you worry is to achieve Shuddha Bhakti, Raja Bhakti, then our life will be successful. Then it's like getting, billions more powerful than anything. Now the Kleshagni, Bhakti Devi completely removes all the klesha or distress of those who take shelter of Shuddha Bhakti. These are so many kind of bhakti. It should be Shuddha Bhakti. Um, it is not abhasa. Abhasa. Now what is klesha? What is distress? Distress are of three types. Distress of klesha. Papa, sin. Papa bija or sins in their seed form. And avidya, ignorance. Due to the sins committed by Jiva in innumerable lifetimes, or the sins which he may commit in the present or future lives, he has to suffer various types of distress. The prominent sins have been analyzed uh, in the Chaitanya Shikshamrita, fifth way. And these can be further divided into two categories, prarabdha and aprarabdha. Prarabdha, aprarabdha. Prarabdha sins are those for which the jiva must suffer the reactions in his present lifespan. In his present lifespan, what we are going through, suffering, the reaction. Those are all prarabdha sins. The sins whose reaction will be suffered in one's next life are called aprarabdha. The sins committed by jiva in innumerable lifetimes are added to the series of previous aprarabdha sins and in the next birth fructify as prarabdha sins. Hence, within the jurisdiction of eternal law, the jiva is bound to suffer the reactions of the sins he has committed in his innumerable lifetimes. Birth in a Brahmina family, Muslim family, wealthy family, and poor family, are having beautiful personal features or being ugly, are all the results of prarabdha karma. Birth in a Yavana or untouchable family due to prarabdha sins. Shuddha Bhakti destroys both types of sins, prarabdha and aprarabdha. If the path of jnana is followed properly, it destroys aprarabdha karma. But according to the scriptures of the jnanis, one must suffer the reactions of his prarabdha karma. But bhakti also destroys prarabdha karma. Huh? So Bhagavatam says that. Yannamadeya Shravana Kirtana Yat Pravana Yat Smarana Api Kvachit Swadopi Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate Kutaha Punaste Bhagavan Darshana. O my dear Lord, by hearing and chanting your holy names, by offering pranama unto you, and by remembering you, even a person born in a family of dog eaters immediately obtains the right to perform Vedic sacrifices. In other words, he acquired the status of a Brahman. What to speak then of the benefit one can achieve by receiving your direct darshana? So this verse highlights how bhakti easily destroys the prarabdha sin of taking birth in a low class family. So, and how it destroys aprarabdha sin. अप्रारब्धफलं पापं कूटं बीजं फलोन्मुखं क्रमेणैव प्रलयेत विष्णुभक्ति रतात्मानां. Padma Purana says in the Bhakti Rasamrita. For those who have undeviating and exclusive attachment, undeviating and exclusive attachment for Sri Vishnu Bhakti, their aprarabdha or the accumulated stock of sins which are lying in a dormant condition. Kuta are sins which are tending towards producing seeds, which means that they are beginning to take shape as sinful desires. Bija are seeds which are already established as sinful desires. Bija and Kuta. And Prarabdha, rectified sins are all destroyed in sequence. The purport is that for the destruction of their sins, the devotees need not perform any separate acts of either karma or jnana as atonement. We follow bhakti, automatically these things are destroyed. You don't have to do so many atonement or this and that. So, that's why someone does bhakti. It is, there is nothing to compare. The desires to commit sinful activities which are situated within the heart of Jiva are called Papa Bija or seeds of sin. Papa Bija can only be destroyed by bhakti. Krishna. The systematic methods for the atonement of sin which are prescribed in the scriptures, such as the performance of difficult vows like Chandrayana and other activities on the path of ordinary karma, as well as the performance of austerities and the giving of charity, describe only those sins for which they are specifically prescribed. See, the other thing. Do this, such sins will go away. Huh? But not everything. Huh? Those atonement do not destroy the seeds of sin, or in other words, the sinful desires which have arisen due to ignorance. Sinful desire can be removed only by engaging in the service of Krishna, meaning that besides bhakti, there is no other means which can expunge sinful desire from the heart. Other than bhakti, there is no other way, no other way, no other way. You know. So as soon as Bhakti Devi appears in the heart, all the sinful desires, as well as any desires for piety, are destroyed at the root. In the Padma Purana and in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described how Bhakti eradicates avidya. See, Kirtanu yatra vidya hari bhakti ranuttama avidyam nirdahati asu davajavalve panagam. When Haribhakti appears in the heart, she is followed by Vidya Shakti, which immediately dispels the ignorance situated within the heart of the Jiva, just as the serpent is burned by blazing forest fire. Krishna. So, Avidya is also finished by this bhakti. Avidya is what this is important. Then we will start our question and answer today. Uh, so, what is Avidya? Vidya, avidya, opposite of avidya. Where it comes from? Krishna possesses so many unlimited varieties of potencies, shaktis, potencies, right? Among them, Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti, and Maya Shakti are prominent. Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti, and Maya Shakti. Prominent. Chit Shakti displays Bhagavan's Dharma, or abode, and all the paraphernalia necessary for his Leela. Shakti Bhagavan Dham, uh, and all paraphernalia needed for his Leela come from Chit Shakti, transcendental potency. Then Jiva Shakti produces innumerable Jivas, Jiva Shakti from the Tatastha border. All the Jivas come from there. By nature, Jivas are purely Chit Tattva, spiritual, but due to their incomplete constitution, they can be trapped by Maya. By harboring selfish desires, they become opposed to Krishna and are trapped by Maya. And by desiring to be disposed towards Krishna, they are free from Maya and engage in his service. This is the difference between conditioned and liberated jivas. Maya acts in two ways upon the intrinsic nature of the conditioned jiva through the avidya potency and through the vidya potency. Two potency, avidya and vidya potency. Through its avidya aspect, Maya covers the constitutional pure ego of the jiva, thus creating a false or distorted ego by which the jiva identifies himself with gross matter. This shackle of avidya is the cause of the jiva's conditioned state. Becoming free from avidya and devoid of false designations. Avidya causes karma vasana or the desire for fruitive activity in the jiva. Avidya is the one causes that. These desires initiate the process of sin and piety. This avidya is the root cause of all the difficulty experienced by the jiva. Besides bhakti, no other process. Besides bhakti, there is no other process is capable of eliminating this avidya. Karma can only destroy sins, and jnana can destroy at the root the desires which cause both sin and piety. But bhakti totally eradicates at the root the sins themselves, the desire to perform both sin and piety. And the prime cause of these desires, avidya. I mean, cause of avidya is the one cause of this, so it destroys that. So this is how in the sadhana stage itself, uh, Keshagni destroying all the papa bija, puta, all the- uh, any questions? Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namah Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmalam Varami Narayana Tattvamamvyayam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Shila Gurudev, Jai Bhanu Guru Bhagavad Nam Sankirtan Ki Jai. There are many Lord Shiva, such as Gunavata, Sadashiva, Rudra, etc. Which one of them became Shankaracharya to spread the Mayavadi philosophy? Now, the Uh, Shiva Tattva, like remember, is uh, is is not Jiva Tattva. We understand that, right? Nor Vishnu Tattva. Uh, but Sadasiva is like Vishnu Tattva. So now Shankaracharya is, of course, the Shiva. See, uh, now the uh, like the Durvas Muni. Durvas Muni is also manifestation of Lord Shiva. Uh, so like that, Shankaracharya is also like that. Manifestation of not Sadashiva. Uh, like Rudra, empowered personality. Uh, he does that because of the Lord's instruction. Instruction does that. But on the other hand, there is not difference. You know, it's their manifestation. Uh, like, for example, uh, Durvasman in Lord Shiva. So same way Shankaracharya is a manifestation of Shiva. Say. So not the Vishnu Tattva. So Durvas Muni did so many leelas to assist Krishna. He even gave benediction to Radharani also. And many pastimes were uh, happening. When like Vruddha Shiva also is there. In Navadvip, Vruddha Shiva. So Prodhamatala, Vruddha Shiva. uh, So it's a form of Shiva, but it's a special kind in Navadvip. Navadvip. He is merciful. There. He also appears in Harihara Kshetra, Harihara. You know. So like that, the same way Shankaracharya, the like a human like pastime. He came to spread uh, monism, you know, Kevala Bhakti. Uh, Lord has no form, no no potency like that. So that was the order. Krishna told him to preach like that. Because to attract demons, engage them demons in a different way. So that they will not disturb the bhakti, bhaktas bhakti. for their Lord. Otherwise, they used to take birth or take shelter of bhakti, and then they were doing so many nonsense. You know. So that's why they say, you know, Krishna empowered Lord Shiva, do this and that. So that's why he became a Shankaracharya. And like Durvas Muni, Shankaracharya, he came and uh, he preached Kevala Advaita. But one thing he did is also he drove away Buddhism. He cannot destroy, you know, but he drove away Buddhism. Very powerful person. We pay obeisances to Shankaracharya, okay, but not to his philosophy. Philosophy was also right at that time. See, it was just right at that time, but not now. It was because the Buddhism, you know, Buddhism became prominent. They were, you know, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. So to protect people, general people, from this bad influence of Buddhism, Krishna gave inspiration to Lord Shiva. He came. And he said, using uh, so uh, like that, you know. So that Gunavatara, you know, Gunavatara Shiva is the one who became Shankaracharya for the sake of Leela. He is very dear to Krishna. He assists Krishna's pastime. Because why? The main thing is we have minute independence. Jiva. Krishna will not bother. He will not force it. He will not come in the way. Okay. You have a minute independence. You exercise it. It is your thing. Because of that, he has to give all these possibilities. Some extreme thing to the extreme possibilities. Yeah. But at the same time, he is accompanying. He has made arrangement for the welfare. He has not left us living entities alone. He has not condemned forever. Oh, go like this. No. But we have independence. No, tiny bit. No. He says, don't miss it. So if you misuse, that's why it's kind of prison, this Maya, you know, he created. So, uh, and Mayavada is basically that, you know, uh, they deny, like they don't accept this Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, Achintya Veda. They don't accept transcendental nature of Krishna. They say it's not like that. You know. So concoction like that is very, very dangerous. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mayavada Sunile Hoy Sarva- Sarvanash. If you go or hear Mayavada, you know, you'll be finished, you'll be destroyed. Because it will destroy bhakti. Bhakti is very, very, what do you call, soft, very delicate, very, very delicate. So this Mayavada will make them hard, and it will not survive Bhakti Devi. Once Bhakti Devi appears. So Krishna's, very, very, that's why this possibility. Yeah? And that's what we were reading, this in Shuddha Bhakti, uh, this Bhava Bhakti. This sadhana bhakti alone destroys all the kleshas. And shubhada, all good qualities will come. And bhava makes it moksha laguta. Moksha also insignificant. Very difficult to get. Sandhana, so much, intense pleasure. And easily attract Krishna. The only thing that attracts Krishna. So, and then Lord Shiva, even though he does this, he's still a Vaishnava. Topmost Vaishnava. You know. Shankaracharya is putting on two hats, okay? One hat impersonal, one hat bhakti, bhakta, Vaishnava. Vaishnava, Param Vaishnava, you see, putting on both hats. So if one wants to get the illusion, that's what you get. And we can see that, say, painful and I am not cry. Sometimes, why? But what can you say? The freedom given to living entity, insignificant. And Krishna will not come in the way. He gives the choice, all right, if you want to do, but you have to suffer. That's why he appears in this world. He sends his devotees and to reap. So, but we should respect Shankaracharya. Okay, understand? We don't accept his teachings, but we can learn something from his teachings also. You know, but don't listen. But we have to respect. So that will be an intense pleasure, prayer. Any other question? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Jai Jai. There are two more offenses: to worship the Lord in front of non-devotee and to worship the Lord without first worshipping Sri Narasimha, destroyer of obstacles. It is mentioned everyone is a devotee, but if the first offense is true, then all temples are making this offense. Since it is hard to control who comes to the temple or not. It is also mentioned last time it would be uh, it is mentioned everyone is a devotee. But if the first offense is true, then all temples are making this offense. Since it is hard to control who comes to the temple or not. It is also mentioned last time it would be auspicious for people to go around Tulsi Devi. So I asked my friend to do parikrama of Tulsi Devi with me, but I got a huge headache when we were doing it. She is a vegetarian and do ekadasi all the time. So did I make an offense by mistake since she is not doing full bhakti yet? Are we supposed to play or sing Lord Nrsimhadeva's song before we make an offering to the deity? Now, there are two more offenses: to worship the Lord in front of non-devotee and to worship the Lord without first worshipping Sri Nrsimhadev. Obstacles. So now, true, everybody is a devotee inside, you know. Uh, Outside is non See, many times, like Jagannath temple, if you take for example, Jagannath temple, supposedly non-Hindus are not allowed. They make it a blanket rule. Finished. Jagannath, non-Hindus are not allowed. Actually, it's difficult. Jagannath. Like even from people from Nepal, or they look little. You have to, if they suspect somebody, they will stop and then throw you out. Foreigners are not. Uh, Now it is for their own good that ruling there, because he's a supreme Lord, not different from. I mean, he is what not different? He is supreme Lord. But if we think that no, he is made out of mud or wood or gold or silver and this and that, and so it becomes an offense. You know. So that's why that ruling there. But on the other hand, Jagannath himself comes out on Rath Yatra to give darshan to everybody. He himself comes out. Not only he doesn't send his representative. you know, representative is also there, but Jagannath is also there, Swayam, himself. There, anybody can take darshan of him. You know. Now, is there any offense in that? Okay, merciful. Because his desire, see, his desire is that everybody should take darshan, everybody should be delivered. So he himself comes out, and anybody can take darshan. Non-devotees also, you know. But you know what happens is when this is one thing, when non-devotees come there to see Jagannath Rath Yatra, they will also become devotees, I think. Because you see amazing amount of money, people, and madness. You try to catch the rope. Oh boy, you're lucky. And devotees, like, see, the police is controlling them, the crowd. Because why? Many people decide, oh, I will give up my life by letting the chakra, the wheel of Jagannath go over his body. Serious, really, serious. How many people will be there? That's why they many in blanket. Nobody can go near the theater, the chariot. You know, where they strictly enforced. You know. So by touching the rope, people get delivered. Seeing him and his overflowing with this wow, you know. Oh, I'm returning to Vrindavan. I'm going home. Wow, he's so enthusiastic. In that mode, he becomes very merciful. Okay, you understand? When he comes out, mood is different. When he's inside the temple, the mood is different. He's more merciful when he comes out. Because why? He's going to Vrindavan, meet Brajavasis, and so the attraction for the Lord becomes more merciful. So what to speak? There is no rules, regulation. You know. So that's why Jagannath is Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana, most fallen. You get feel. There is nobody cannot say that no. Mercy. Lord endures so many difficulties. It does so many tasks. Uh, so you so it the see the you have to have the eye of faith. Okay, you understand. You can understand. You can see. You can feel His presence by the faith of I don't know to the faith. So that's why when you see these pastimes on the qualities of devotees who are devoted with so much faith, so then they will also get benefit. Uh, so you can explain, see, this is the thing. If you show before you do, or but see, the thing is, in case if somehow non-devotee comes, you know, in a temple, like temple, then what you can say, you can maybe you can put a sign, non-devotees are not welcome. Then it becomes a legal problem also. See, is a problem. You cannot. Maybe I don't know. Is a legal problem or not? But you cannot put. Of course, in India it's different. In South India, and all non-Hindus are not. That I think law also agrees because it's meant for the Hindu temple. It's the Hindu people, Hindu temple. But if you take like Jagan, like Tirupati, they take a letter saying that you have faith in Hinduism, You have faith in Sri Srinivas Balaji. I believe in him. That is God. Like that, if you write, even though he's a foreigner, you are allowed to take darshan. You know, so you have to give in writing. So that way, uh, that offense is not done. But he himself comes out. Every temple there is a Rath Yatra. Every Purnima they do. The deity comes out. Not the deity. See, there are two kinds of deities. One is uh, Archa Vigraha, the Vigraha, and then Vijay Vigraha. uh. But in Jagannath Puri, both come out. So, yes, yes, Vijay Vigraha, is Archa Vigraha, Jagannath himself. He's not supposed to come. He's not supposed to move, but he moves. That is his specialty. Anyway, his mercy. So, the Vijay Vigraha comes up. Is no different from original Vigraha, Rath Yatra. And that Yatra, like in Tirumala, every Purnima, once in a month, they take him around. Then everybody can see him. So it is also Sukriti. See, main thing is if you go and visit the place, you go to the place to see, take darshan of Tulsi, do some service to Tulsi, go around. Is Bhakti Prada, you know, is a piety, not an ordinary pious activity. It is a Bhakti related, you know, which is million times more than this pious building an hospital, taking care of the elderly, all these activities, million times more. They will give fruit for this life and then that's it. That's the end of it. Then it will death. Bhakti Prada, this Tulsi, having darshan of Tulsi, then going parikrama, putting water, offering the leaf of Tulsi to the lotus feet of Vishnu, all these activities, 9 kind of services to Tulsi is eternal. In essence, it will brings to bhakti. uh, all of this is accumulated for a long time, then you get association with a pure devotee. Uh, so that is very amazing. Now, uh, whether to sing Nrsimhadev prayer, you know, Nrsimhadev prayer is you sing. It is also worshipping Lord Nrsimhadev. uh, It's worship, especially for protection from disturbances from the you know practice of bhakti. So this should be our like first thing and also last thing, in one sense. Uh, begging Narasimha, please remove any obstacles in the practicing bhakti. So this can be done anytime. Anytime can be you can pray to Narasimha. Or Vrajavasi pray to uh, Govardhan. Govardhan is like, oh, remove all my obstacles. It is, uh, it is amazing, like there is one Narasimha temple in Govardhan. I don't know. No, when you go on parikrama, in one place there is Narasimha temple. Very old, very ancient. So Narasimha temple is there everywhere. Uh, Ayodhya also I've seen. Dwarka, Narasimha, Narasimha. So anybody can pray because we are praying. Manifestation. Our Gurudev is a manifestation of chakra. His special manifestation, protect devotees, and also from bhakti, uh, obstacles to bhakti. Very, very merciful. You can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pastime. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu many times he become Avesh, the mood of Narsinga. One time he got like a Narsimha, ran to Srivasanga saying, and he protects. Don't worry, these, you know, Yavanas cannot do anything to you. And yeah, and Kaji broke the Mridanga, you see, Narsingadev appeared in the train, know, and made a mark of his fingernails on the chest. I will break your chest if you do again. Huh? And he made a mark on it. And that's it. He was finished. He did not kill him, uh, but he gave on. So he became a devotee Vaishnava. Kaji became a Vaishnava. He forbade any of his followers to obstruct. Don't obstruct. So, like that, the merciful Lord. Now, offering to the deity, you can do it afterwards, I think. No. But if you do before, it's no harm. There is nothing harm. But if you have no time. But one thing is, before remembering Lord Nrsimhadev, we should remember Prahalad. Okay. Nrsimha Jai Jai, Prahlada Jai Jai. Prahlada Jai Jai, Nrsimha Jai Jai. Nrsimha Jai Jai, Prahlada Jai. Prahlada Jai Jai, Nrsimha Jai Jai. Nrsimha Jai Jai, Prahlada Jai. Prahlada Jai Jai, Nrsimha Jai. We have to worship. We cannot worship Nrsimhadev directly. We have to worship Prahlad. Then your worship will be accepted by Nrsimhadev. You can worship Nrsimhadev, no problem. But he will not accept it unless he include Prahlad in the worship. If you worship Prahlad first, you will be Nrsimhadev will be very happy. Oh, Nrsimhadev. Why? Because see, by worshipping Prahlad, you are worshipping Nrsimhadev also. In a very special way. Because when you worship Prahlad, what does he do? He transfers all that to Nrsimhadev. Okay. So he's not taking it. So uh, Krishna Chaitanya, Prahlad, Prahlad is very first worship Prahlad. Then Lord Nrsimhadev will be very happy. Then it is complete. Now, any other questions? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Father, Papa, two of the offenses is to eat food grains offered by a king or by a grossly materialistic person, and to offer grains to Sri Hari that have been cooked by non-devotees. For the first offense, does that mean I should always pay for the food so that the restaurant bill won't be paid by a materialistic person? It is in my culture that people take turns to pay for food. I'm not fond of food at restaurant at all. I just go thinking if people keep asking to meet me, maybe they want to learn about spirituality, Ekadasi, Vedic philosophy, Kirtan, etc. I usually offer all the vegetarian foods I have when I go to restaurant. And there is no onion, garlic, eggs. But it seems like I should not do that. How could I protect myself from eating non-prasadam if I don't offer it to Lord? Some devotees told me to say Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu three times if I eat out. This is very difficult question. you know, Very tough to answer, but it's very nice. Uh, first you understand prasadam. Okay. Prakashad anand jana, samarasya pradhana, darshana pratat, prasada, Prabhu sakshat darshan. Prasadam is actually darshan. Because you don't take on Ekasi, that is different. So, uh, grain prasad. Now, the restaurant, general restaurant is there, then a devotee run restaurant. Okay, they're two different. But devotee run restaurant is very rare. You may not get opportunity everywhere. But ordinary restaurant. Now, ordinary restaurants, if you if you're not careful, you're it is very, very difficult. You accrue so much bad credit or sin or something like that. Because it is not offered, and also contaminated in so many ways. First, the cook mentality. You know, maybe eating meat and then cooking vegetarian, and not cleaning, not keeping separate things, mixing, so many. And even if he's a vegetarian, he's, he's, he's not pure in sense. He's onion garlic may be there. Even if onion garlic is not there, vegetarian, strictly Jain food or anything. Still, it is not spiritual food. Okay, because the mind and all that. So in that case, you can offer that Jain food, for example. You know, you can offer it. If you have a tulsi bead, dry tulsi bead, okay, you can touch it and then mentally offer it. Then you can take it. Uh, and we pray to the Lord. Lord, what to do? I'm in a fix. See, I have no other choice. I have no other choice. I'm come to accompanying these guests, okay, your friends or guests or whatever people, and they want to meet you in restaurant or like that. So, so in that sense, we are praying. I'm doing this not for my sake, Lord, to uplift this person. Be merciful to him. Like very quickly praying, in mind, something like that. Then please take, see the other person is eating before he eats, please wait or say, we say one prayer word, say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Before that, you do this prayer. Lord, please, no child, but I come. Please take this. Like this as prasad. Even that person also. That person may not know how to offer. First of all, he is not a devotee. So you make that too. Whatever he taking, make it prasadam. You understand? If you are sincere, this way, prayer, you know, you are doing this to uplift, not because of your need or anything. Then that will, because your sincerity, you know, because of your sincerity, it will, it will move Krishna. You know. It will move Bhakti Devi, and you touch with the Tulsi. Even by mind, even if you don't have Tulsi, oh, Tulsi, please appear, manifest. Please make it pure, make it transcendental. Oh, Tulsi Devi, I'm giving you trouble for you. Please forgive me for that. But make this transcendental. you know, and you offer it to Krishna. Make it proper. Praying to Krishna. So, like that, if you do, that we can also work wonders. Sincerity. See, one time, there is one pastime, it really happened. What happened was, it happened in South India. This Prahlad actually, Prahlad incarnation, Raghavendra Swami is saying. One time, when he was almost reaching 100 years, he came to this one place where his disciple was staying there before. Now, uh, the disciple was a minister in this small kingdom, run by a Muslim king. So the minister he was telling to his king No, Muslim people. Oh, our Gurudev is like this, like that. Then he was also interested. He said, when he comes again, please invite me to have darshan of him. So long, many years later, he came. Raghavendra Swami came to his house. This disciple. He welcomed him, and then Raghavendra Swami does that deity worships, and then does that every day. And what happened was this Muslim king was also told, have darshan. So when you are seeing a holy person, you bring something, right? As a gift or something, right? Traditionally bring, like some banana or some fruits and, like that. Huh? So this Muslim, what he brought was because he wanted to, his mentality is test. Oh, let me test. Because people, you have to carry something. So he carried meat, you know, meat. and and he covered nice silken cloth in a silver plate. Understand? Silver plate, meat in it, and then nicely covered by a silk. And then he bring offering to Raghunath. Now he has brought it, and then Raghunath Swami, as soon as he saw the purity of Raghunath Swami, the king became. See, when you see a spiritual person highly advanced, it will hit you, your consciousness, goes up. You will become aware of the wrong thing that you are doing. Understand? Then became fearful. I brought meat. I cannot take it. Then he became fearful. He cannot take it back, nor he can give it. Understand? you know, he became, but Raghavan Swami understood it. He said, gave him mental peace. Don't worry, things will be all right. Don't worry. So then Raghavan Swami said he wanted me. Then he wanted to give. See, he has brought a gift. What he brought? A plate with meat in it. And Raghavan Swami, what he did? He took water from his kamandal, carry pot. Those days sages carry their water pot like this. So he took water and sprinkle on this and asked him to open. He opened it. It was all fruits and flowers. The meat was transformed into fruit and flower. Now, this is real story. It really happened. Past time. Then king was sad. He couldn't believe because he thought and see, imagine his prestige will also go away. People say, what kind of king is bringing meat? Like that. But Raghavan Swami, by sprinkling water, it turns into fruit and flower. Then conversation happened. Please forgive me. I was thinking. No, he said, don't worry. No offense. Because according to your guna, according to your capacity, according to your nature, you are a meat eater, so you brought meat. Ah, right. According to him, is best meat. See the mentality. Meat is all rotting, right? Any meat is rotting. How can you say there is the best rotting meat? I don't understand. It's like break the egg, you cannot stay there. So anyway, out of ignorance, people like that. Very astonishing. But anyway, what happened was then Raghavendra Swami, what he said? You know, to your nature, that is okay to bring meat. Okay, you have brought it. But Lord took it, accepted it the way he wanted it. The Lord accepted what he brought the way he wanted it. So he turned your meat, untouchable thing into fruit and flowers. That is what Lord did. I'm not doing nothing. I'm a postman. You brought it, I gave it to Lord. Lord accepted the way you want. He wanted it. So he did not claim any power or anything. It was a meek. Vaishnava. Vaishnava comes in Madhva Sampradaya. Strict Madhva Sampradaya. He did not take credit for it. So, you see, that is the mercy of Vaishnava. You know, he must have. Then what happened was, see, then the king becomes so impressed. He said, "Oh, please take anything you want, all my kingdom." The Raghavaswami said, "Forget it, no kingdom. I don't want anything. But if you are willing, I want a little piece of land there, which is like a forest, which is like a hill. It's not useful for anybody." So then later on, he got that. He was very happy to give something that he wanted. And that's where he took Jiva Samadhi. See, Raghavendra Swami was sitting, chanting. And then he told his disciple to cover him up. He's sitting, or put 108 grams, 108 or 1008 grams on top of it. And they covered him. Right. And it is still famous, his Samadhi. And many times people feel that he has come out, he has talked with them, and very, very powerful place. So, actually, he was the previous, our Vyasa Tirtha. Vyasa Tirtha, see in our Guru Parampara. Uh, Krishna, Brahma, Narada, Vedavyas, Madhvacharya, right? Padmanabha Tirtha, Narada Tirtha, then uh, no, Vyasa Tirtha, Brahmana Tirtha, Vyasa Tirtha, uh, Vyasa Tirtha. That Vyasa Tirtha, he is this later, he become Raghavendra Swami, and this Muslim thing like that. So, so it depends on the devotee, to the sincerity. So, Lord is also kind. See, Vasudev Datta, the way he was praying. Oh Lord, oh Lord, you have come to deliver most fallen people. Please, let me take sins of everybody in the whole world. You can condemn me in the hell forever. But please deliver all these people, ignorant people, unfortunate people. See? So that kind of devotee, what? You think he will not give prasadam to anybody? It goes to that extent. But such devotee also, you think Krishna want him to suffer? No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, there is no need of you to go to hell. Krishna is capable without you going to the hell. He can bring about uh, greatness of these sages, of the Srimad Bhagavatam, of the Prasadam, like that, holy name. So it depends on that. Uh, all right, if you say Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu three times is also okay. If you cannot, at least we know and feeling. Lord, I am helpless. Please, very quickly. Don't take too much time. You know, say, very quickly, please take. And then make that person also. Not only that person, make this entire vegetable things, like salad, whatever you are taking. If there is something not offerable missing, please forgive me. Advance. Okay. So, because he is sincere, Krishna will do that. You know, will accept it. And Tulsi Devi, actually, Yoga Maya, it will ready. It will not give anything uh, undesirable to Krishna. It's like when Krishna swallowed fire. Thing it, of course, he can do. What happens is before he does the yoga mind, the Leela Shakti, he took all that fire and made it sweet. you know, she can do that. She made it very sweet because Krishna always Vrindavan, he loves sweets. So made it sweet, and then she actually took it. It appears like Krishna took it. Made it appear, of course, sweet, and if he wants, he can take that. So, so that Krishna is protected. So the same way Yoga Maya does that. She will protect Krishna, and you also get benefited, and the guests you take, you're trying to help, they will also get benefit. Uh, but if you explain this also, that is also beneficial if they can understand. you know. Eventually, the thing is whether, uh, see, even Prabhupada is amazing. See how kind our acharyas go to that extent. Question came before he went to West America. Oh, the people eat meat. There is nothing other than meat available there. Then how we are going to preach? He said, oh, if there is no vegetables available, if there is only meat, all right, I will accept and meat. I'll offer it to Devi. See, Devi meaning like Chandi, like Kali, Devi, Devi. And I will distribute that as prasad. I preach. Bah, he was willing to go to that extent. you know. Of course, that never happened. There's always vegetable, vegetarian food, things available. But to show mercy on the devotees, he was thinking like that. This is the only thing that is available. So, like that, our acharyas are one more merciful than the other. They are, because it's all shown by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mercy flowing through these devotees. See, if there is no mercy like that, we will not have a chance. Understand? If they don't forgive us, otherwise, who is fit? We have so much offenses. If you look at our history, you know, we are fit for nothing. We are unfit for anything. But still, our Acharya is so merciful. They are so uh, fortunate. In a sense, we are fortunate. They, even though he might give you some little service, little, but what they give is incomparable compared to what we give them. So, uh, what to speak? So we have to reciprocate that way. Sincerely, main thing is sincerity. Praying, and that way, if there is any offenses in the process, it will not be taken seriously. You know, but you should be careful. Sincerely. But nowadays, of course, vegetarian is there everywhere. Uh, it seems like vegetarian is spreading, but India is going other way around. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But pray, hopefully this will be able to change. So, our time is up. I think we covered everything here. Uh, Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. See, one thing is prasadam acts in you have to remember this. Okay, when you when you meet people, also you should tell them, look, this is for the food for our mind, food for our what we speak, and our chetana, software. Okay, you can say food for software, food for hardware, food for software. Okay, because we have software, whether you agree or not, you know, every little things, every tiny instrument has software. So this doesn't have software, the living software. So, but you need food for also. So and also the hardware, food for the hardware, food for the software. Okay, and food for the talking. You know. So this is exactly what it is. The gross thing, like fiber and all that will come out of it. You know. Then the second part builds our protein, blood, bones, etc. Then third part is the mind, words we speak, and the chetana, consciousness. So, so the con, so of course we understand food that is fiber and all comes out, and the second builds up the body. Third part people don't understand, or they are not aware of it, not aware of it. That the food we take actually also is a food for our mind, words we speak, and consciousness. So this is what you have to elaborate. Look, this will influence your mood, your feelings. This it can rise or take you down. Rise up. Make your words you speak very bad words or good words. Uh, You can become more animalistic or becoming more, sattvic, like that. See, food. So that aspect, if you explain, and that's why we purify the food before we take. You know, contaminants is there. Contaminants, gross and subtle contaminants. You understand? Contaminant which can be seen and which cannot be seen. If you explain, they say, "Oh yes, it makes sense." Now you can clean what can be contaminant that can be seen can be removed before cooking and all that. Uh, Maybe filtering it, whatever, right? Dirt, whatever, right? What about unseen things? This they don't understand. See, there are things which are contaminated, subtle things, sukshma. What is that? When you buy food stuff, understand? Vegetables, for example, fruit. Oh, very nice. But then that person may be thinking, cursing. Oh, he paid me very less money. Or the laborer, you understand? So many arguments with the laborers, one who, buys, sells, so many hands changing every time. There is a curse. Oh, this, that. And then while cooking also, may be angry, may not be in good mood. That also goes in there. Gets added up. Okay. this, this, this food, that thing gets added. And we don't see it because it's sukshma, it's a subtle thing. We cannot see, but gets added. Laser. So when you take, if you don't purify, then what? Our software gets, food, contaminated food. So your software is going to get contaminated. Our virus, understand? Behavior will be totally different. Takes you up. So that way you explain it. I think they will understand. That's why we do prayers. Let us do these prayers. Oh Krishna, to the best capacity I have brought this. And we have agents to clean it. What? Tulsi, mantra, Gopal mantra, Gayatri mantras, Chaitanya, uh, Gayatri mantra, So purify, subtle thing. We use subtle thing to purify subtle contaminants. See, if you explain that way, I think they will, oh wow, because they never heard this way. They have never heard or contemplated. Wow, very, very nice. Okay, it makes sense. See, so like that, Tulsi will purify those things. Uh, that will be beneficial. And you can try, you can say, see, keep on taking like this, and you will see changes in your life, in your feelings, you know. You will not get, uh, you know, disturbed easily and all, uh, you know, like that. That's why we have to be offered. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Pranam to everybody. Sorry for the delay. Please.